An American tourist kidnapped in East Africa 3 weeks ago is telling her harrowing story for the first time on CBS This Morning. Kimberly Endicott was released after the payment of a ransom and is now back home in the U.S. She was held for almost 5 days. Endicott was on a safari vacation in Uganda's Queen Elizabeth National Park when 4 men abducted her and her tour guide. Many of the details are still a mystery. Only on CBS This Morning, Gayle King spoke with Endicott in California yesterday. She talked about the moment her ordeal began.
We're sitting there, and all of a sudden, 4 men come out of a perfectly square bush that's in front of us. And my first thought was, there must be something happening behind us, and that these are rangers. And I don't know exactly when.
Why did you think they were rangers? Did they have on uniforms?
They're armed. They have guns.
So they were armed.
And I've been guerrilla trekking with rangers that have guns. So that was my first thought.
So there were no alarm bells when you saw these men approaching you with guns?
Well, there were, but they were alarm bells of something must be behind us.
You. Okay.
Looking at them, it became apparent pretty quickly that no, that's not what this is. They were not in uniform. They were ragtag. They were a little bit of everything. And then they made us get out of the vehicle.
So are they pointing the guns at you?
Yes.
They're pointing the guns. So take us there. Tell us exactly what happened at that point.
They make us get out of the vehicle. They make us sit on the ground. And that's where things go very, I don't know how to describe it. There's really not a word to describe what that felt like. Pure fear, but that almost doesn't do it justice.
Terror?
That's closer, maybe. But this weird whiteness, brightness. Again, I don't really have a good word for it. But I just sat there and just faced forward and sat there, and then they went in and ransacked the vehicle and took out whatever wasn't anything of value to them, and then came back out. There was a lot of commotion.
How many of them were there?
4.
4 of them?
4.
And there's 4 of you sitting down?
Yes, but the elderly couple I don't believe were sitting down. They were like in their later 70s, and the gentleman had a cane, and they let them stay, and then boom. And it felt like a vortex sucking us in.
What does that boom mean? They grabbed you? I don't know what that means.
Just really, when I think back about it, it felt like whoosh. And that's it. We're off.
We'll see more of Gayle's interview with Kimberly Endicott about her kidnapping ordeal tomorrow on CBS This Morning. That description of whiteness really fascinating.
Just sort of something beyond terror.
Yeah, she's still processing it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Your worst nightmare.